Hello, everyone. So obsessed with Zoom, if you didn't know this already. And so I did an Instagram video kind of pulling everything together that I had learned from John Eric and from Hillary Rushford. But I wanted to redo it because now I can actually show you what I was talking about on my phone instead of awkwardly trying to hold it up. And so I'll do it in two parts. My first thinking is I'll do just on how I find followers and how I unfollow and things like that. And then I will do a second one on posts and color story and apps that I use to create my color story. So to start, let's start with followers. All right, so you can see my phone. Okay, there we go. So first thing to think about is looking at your followers versus following. So you want to have more followers than you are following. If you have 6,000 people that you're following but only 1,000 followers, that looks kind of weird and people are like, I don't know about that. And so you want to try to keep it equal. Once you start getting up into the higher number of followers, then you can only follow so many people. I don't remember how many it is, but there's a limit. And so you want to kind of keep that number even. The other thing is there's your name here and then there's your name there. With Hillary Rushford, her company is Dean Street Society. So she has Dean Street Society up here, and then she has Hillary Rushford down here. She also has the opposite too, so that if people go, search either one, they can eventually be routed to her page. And so my plan eventually, and I said this in the last video, and it was a while ago, and I still haven't gotten there yet, but is to create more of a brand, more of a reason for people to follow me. And so living the Colorado life of adventure and inspiring people along the way to do the same. And hopefully, as my page builds and as it's, not freezing outside and crazy muddy, I almost dropped my camera in the mud on Saturday because it's so incredibly muddy, to get outside and to take pictures around Colorado. And then, of course, add in my dog, because who doesn't want to see Annabelle, and my kid and my lifestyle. And so creating more of a story and not just a bunch of skinny wrap posts. So that's first. So that's this part. And then the other part that I want to talk about is how I find people to follow. Oops. All right, there's my code. Sorry. So what I do is I go down to the little search button down here. And sometimes I do the trending hashtag. I did Valentine's Day the other day. I don't know, snow day might be a good hashtag. So sometimes I do trending. I don't really look at the top posts. I think some other people do, but I don't, because usually it's businesses and there's like a ton of followers, and that just kind of doesn't work. So I don't use the top posts. I go to most recent. So when I go to most recent, that tells me that these people have been on Instagram recently. So the way that I used to follow, let me show you guys that one real quick. The way that I used to follow is I would go to a random person and I would click on their followers, and I would, if you were a woman, whoops, if you're a woman, I'm going to follow you. That was the way that I used to follow. And I would just follow all the way down, doing that forever. And then I would find something else that I wanted to follow. And then I'm like, oh, I want to follow their followers, and so on. And so I would just follow like a mad woman for days. And so I would go, and it's not thoughtful. It's not building relationships. So what I do instead, going back to this, is I go to most recent. So with the whole list of people that I follow, and I don't know if they're on Instagram or not, they may have not been on there for the last 2 years. With these people, I know that they're on Instagram because they were just recently on there. So I go through, that's adorable. I go through and I look and I see, and then I get distracted with cute dogs, and really this isn't a client of ours, a customer, a potential distributor, but it's adorable, so I'll follow it anyways. All right, focus. So like with this woman, I'd be like, ooh, and I'd look through a couple of her pictures and I'd say, she she's somebody who I would want to follow. She's somebody that I can see myself working with. So I click on follow for her. And then this is where the mass following comes in. And I know that it's not great, but I still do it anyways. And so I just follow like crazy. If you are a woman, I follow you. Eventually I get to where I don't want to follow any of these people. It's not a woman. It's not somebody who I would want to follow. So I just stop there because I know that eventually I'm going to run out of people that I can follow because Instagram's going to put the block on me. And then I go through and I like a couple of their pictures. And then comments as well. When I comment, I always try to make it look, I always am thoughtful in what I'm saying. It really drives me crazy when people comment on my pictures like "love it" or "beautiful" or "good job." It just very generic. I always try to add a little bit more to it so that it looks like I'm taking time when I'm commenting. So I go through and I liked a bunch, and then I say all right, and then I go keep scrolling down. Oh, that was really cool. Um, she looks like she could be. And then I look at hers and I say, yep, probably. So follow. And then I do the mass following until I don't have any more women to follow or until it stops me. Sometimes it stops me. Oops. And again, I know that that's not building. Oh, there we go. That's not building relationships, but I am with her. And so nice. Sometimes it's hard to find one to comment on. Ooh, toes in the sand. Oh, that was 33 weeks ago. I'm not going to comment on that one. And so you guys get the gist. And then there's other ways to search. So that's by the trending. You can also search by hashtags. My favorite hashtag, don't steal this one from me though, because I follow all sorts of people from them. My favorite hashtag is asshole parent. Oh my gosh, it's the funniest thing ever. I love it. I think that's just it's hilarious. And so with this one, you know that they're going to be parents, and then you get a giggle along the way as you're going through it. And so the same thing, I click on them, I look to see, yep, she's probably somebody who I'd want to follow, and then I go through and I follow here, and so on, and then I go through and like and comment. Ooh, and she's getting married. I'll have to remember that. Whoops. No, it didn't go. Anyways, that's funny. Sorry, I get distracted. Um, okay, so you get the gist. So you can do it by hashtag. You can also do it by, you can also do it by places. Sorry. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna go to Household Garage. You can also do it by places. So you can search for places. You can go to places near me. That's how, a lot of us say we have distributors from all over the country, but we don't have any that live near us. Well, if you follow a bunch of people that do live in your area, then the possibility is better that you'll have distributors close by. And so I love to do Breckenridge just because I just love Breckenridge. And I think it's, you're going to find younger women that are, snowboarders, ski bums. A lot of people who go to Breckenridge have money. And so for me, that one is one that I like to find people to follow. So again, same thing. I find the person that I want to follow. You look at her page and I say, yep. And then I follow. And then I do all these guys. And then, ooh. That's cute. And then so on. So you guys get the gist. So that's how I find my followers. That's how I build relationships with some, and then just mass follow others. And then as people who follow me, when I find people who follow me, I always look to see who they are. And then she looks like she's under 18. You never know these days, you know? Um, and then I'll like and comment on theirs too to build a relationship. The reason that you want to follow or that you want to like and comment on at least 4 or 5 of their pictures is because you'll show up in their activity a few times, and then people will say, who is this person? And then they'll go through and they'll click on your profile. So I don't think I have any. I did last night when I was thinking about doing this. Like this, Andrea Alvarez, it's only 2. But if there was a lot more, then it really pops up, and then you're all, who is this person? And then you click on them to say, oh, and then you can start building a relationship with them too, kind of giving it back to them. I saw somebody else up here. There's two different. Oh, this Tinker girl. She liked two of my pictures, and so wondering who is she, and should I build a relationship with her, and so then I will go and and oh my gosh, it's a puppy. Like and comment on some of her pictures too. So that's how I build relationships with people through Instagram. That's how I get my followers. So there's that. Then there's the other thing is there's the apps that I use to unfollow. So followers is the one that I have used forever. I know that there's more. I need to turn off my notifications when I do this. I know that there's more, but this is the one that I like. And it's going to take forever to load in. I'm sorry. Loading. And so it has, as your new followers, I use the have unfollowed me all the time. I use the are not following me back. I really don't bother with this one. And really, I don't bother with this one. I don't care who's blocked me. If you don't like my posts, if you don't want to be, if whatever, you want to block me, then you block me. I really don't care. So I don't go to that one very often at all. But I do go to have unfollowed me. And so I just go through and I unfollow all of them, because if you're not following me, I really don't want to follow you, right? Right. Okay. It's been a couple of days since I've done that. So I unfollowed all of them. Then I go to the are not following back, and I go, sorry, that's probably gonna make you sick. I go all the way down to the bottom. Oh, there's a lot of boxer ones that I don't want to unfollow though. That's a crazy boxer lady. Gosh, there's a lot of them. So then I go down to the bottom. There's some boxer ones. I don't want to unfollow the boxers because they make me smile during the day. And then I just unfollow until it tells me that I can't. There we go. So I can't do it. It'll remind me in an hour. I'll get a little alert, and then that's it. So I do it with that one, and then I go to Crowdfire. I used to use Crowdfire to follow people. I do not do that anymore. It kept getting my account. I kept on getting in trouble on my account, and so I don't use. There's like recent unfollowers, recent followers, copy followers. So you could go to I don't know, whatever, fitness, and you can copy all their followers. I don't like to do that. I like to do it my own on Instagram, but I do like to use the non-followers, because that will let me, sorry if I'm making you sick by going so fast, go into the bottom. See, there's more adorable boxer ones. And so again, I just unfollow. I leave the boxers because I'm a crazy boxer lady. And this one is easy. It's just tap, 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 tap. Oh, and followed some boxers. Tap, tap, tap. That's it. Super easy. And then again, I can only go up so high until it tells me that I have too much. And then it'll remind me in an hour. So super easy to make sure that you are keeping your following less than your followers. You want to make sure that you keep up on that, just so that you don't have a huge amount of people that you're following and not having followers back. So that's it. So just looking at your bio. Oh, and don't have anything with It Works in your bio. Just talk about your life, who you are, your beliefs, things like that. Mom, wife. Some people just do like blurbs like mom, fur mom, wine lover, inspiring people, stuff like that. So just really about who you are, but not adding in It Works into your bio. And then, sorry, last thing, and then I'll be done. Having your Facebook page there, it's way easier, as you guys know, to chat with somebody on Facebook than on Instagram. So you can have your Facebook link there on Wrap Your Way to the Top. I posted, I randomly figured out how to change this from, your Facebook, your URL might be like AXY152, blah, 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 blah. But you can change it so that it's easy for people to get to. So it's on Wrap Your Way to the Top. There's 2 pictures that show you how, or you can message me and I can help you with that too. So add it in your Facebook page, and then I also paste it in various places too. So, all right, well, that's it. Thanks for listening. I hope it helps, and I gotta stop share, and thanks. See ya.